Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena. Her photo is right there. Maybe I could have another look. Just one more try. I know it's pointless, but I need to do it. I'm terrified of that photo, but I'll lose my mind if I don't have another look. Serena, why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us.
You always put too much salt in, dear. Think about your pressure.
Serena enjoyed spice in our life. I preferred it more bland. We were so different on some points. The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind. Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating. The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. I just don't know anymore. So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this. The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell. I loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too. A lot of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No, of course not. Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice-blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area. There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb. Yes, blonde hair like sun rays. I'm remembering. Hers. I used it too, when shaving.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth when you think about it.
It's been so long since I said her name out loud. I think that's the moment I fell in love with her, when she told me the soothing sound of her name.
So glad to meet you. My name is Serena.
The clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to "Every cabin needs one." Unlike its sibling, this lamp would last for months. She was special. Contradictory. She didn't mind these. Actually, I think she was into them too. Our refuge from the world. A place of warmth and passion. Sometimes we joked we needed to be so far out in the woods because that's how our sex life was. Far out. Quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. We all have our skeletons in the closet. For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it. 2 days, 3 days tops, and bam, a brand new light bulb would burn. She adored all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods. Curiously, we never brought many plants inside the cabin. We were surrounded by so many outside, I guess we were saturated by them. At least I was. No, I don't want to leave. I better stay in case Serena comes back. This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right? So many afternoons spent in this armchair. Sharing meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship, especially in the intimacy of this cabin. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too. A lot of rarities and special editions. I didn't lend out most of the book. A lot of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my necro. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too. Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece. Something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within? Or something else? We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside. It's too painful. I want to, but we found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. The dining table was well worn even when...
Would you pass me the pepper? You know, you should use it too. It's good for the pressure.
Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's always a chance. There's nothing for me out there. This door... I have this gut feeling that I shouldn't leave just yet.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
I've always loved... It's deep into sun. The sunlight is so bright here. The ticking begins to feel homey after... We brought the lamps with us when we got this place all those years ago. They were from a garage sale. These keys are for the cabin and the car. If the keys are here, does she have her spare? I should probably stay here in case she doesn't. Did she even have her own spare? They prevent my blood pressure from skyrocketing. Doctor's orders. And Serena's. Pretty shambolic, isn't it? The organization of its contents isn't much better. It'd be a shame to say we're fashionistas. Time never mattered much to us while we were hiding from... She made this with her own hands. She was really good. I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me. The furniture came with the cabin, but the bedclothes we brought with us. A place like this, maybe I should have let her bring some plants inside. She's fairly religious. Not me. I'm the cold and cynical bastard. But I don't remember that ever being an issue between us. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnano. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But we found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. I should probably eat. Can't remember the last time We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking. I guess it's covered with grease and grime from cooking, mostly. There's nothing for me out there.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet. See the pattern of yellow squares? It's from this rug I remembered from my nurse.
And no trap door under there, just more creaky floor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up. There are no monsters under the bed. I feel too restless to sleep right now. My heart is racing. I can't help but feel there's something I have to do. Where is she? If I could only remember what happened. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece. My love. We don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love. We don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. We seemed to take fewer and fewer walks as always, I automatically went to the window side, and she took the one by the armoire. Some of her scent. I know it's my general state of mind, but I feel even more depressed near this armoire. Guess I can't shake off the memory of my sweet Serena trying on her various garments.
Be honest, does this dress show too much cleavage? I want only one pair of eyes on me.
How I miss her. What's the matter with me? I can't seem to remember even ordinary things. When was the last time we made love? Maybe later. There's nothing of interest.
Could you take this out and beat it, love? It's getting a bit dusty.
anything worse? I feel like I don't even have the strength to lift the lid. Why? I might just as well stay here. All those moments we sat at this table has seen many happy times. The meals we shared, or when we just used to stay up late with a bottle of wine and talk. It's different. But it can't be different. I sure hope she comes back soon.
Is it my imagination, or are you using even more these days?
Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. There's something I have to tell you.
When did we let this window get so gunked up? It's one of the few decorative things here. We weren't much of. Maybe if I go to sleep, I will wake up, and there she'll be, arms wrapped around. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Everybody thinks that living out in the middle of a dark, dense forest is so romantic. Nothing but you and nature. Serena and I thought so too, once. How could I possibly forget the color of her hair like that? She was my girl with the sun in her hair. I never noticed it before, but there's a tiny crack in it. Were there times how did I miss everything getting dinkier, more
Dearest.
worn? We should have renewed our life somehow, but money was always so tight. How long has it been, I wonder? I can't tell. And I miss her so much. The dining table was well worn. Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Someone said, work and love are the only things that ever really happen. Did I let my work destroy my love? It all seems so meaningless now. Drained of everything that made it worth reading in the first place. I didn't cook much for her, always so worried about my stuff. I tried to be charitable with her, but what did it get me? Honestly, she could rarely carry a tune, so her humming habit got on my nerves. This armchair. This is where we had that. I feel like throwing this chair through the window. Is that her favorite chair, huh? I should just smash this thing to pieces!
I've been trying so hard, but we lost something along the way. Did you get my letter? Will you just listen to me for once? God, you're always... Wait, where are you going?
All of these pathetic... I couldn't care less about it. I torture myself trying. I'm too upset to even... I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs. I want to hurl the whole damn lot into the lake. Or just... Some of these started a mildew long ago. Nothing gold can... All those words, those damn words, my whole life's been consumed by... I couldn't care less about this damn thing. She actually threw this at me once. She could have killed me. That's how the bedroom window got that crack.
Here's your stupid omelet.
Heavy damn thing. Cast iron. Why torture myself? I'm too upset to even think straight. It's like, did I see shadows move? No. It's like the whole world. I hate her so much. Changeable man, insolent wretch. Sounds like Serena. Her father's realm. Scholars say all of these pathetic souvenirs. The stains on this bed suddenly make me mad. Angry even. All the real color faded. It must be full of dust. I couldn't care less about this damn thing. I should tear all her filthy everything she wore. Not even these. I torture myself trying to remember. It's just a book. Stupid, feeble-minded woman. It was she who didn't deserve me. I wouldn't waste my intellect on this sublunary distraction. How could I be so inconsiderate? I haven't got any bulbs on me. I'm too upset to even... I hate her so much. It feels darker by the minute, but the sun is... No. I'm not turning it... All of this... I couldn't care less about that incessant noise. I should smash this useless antique to... It can't keep the time for 5 minutes. This thing has caused me more sleep. Why torture myself? I'm too upset to even think straight. Guess I could have thanked... No, this isn't like me. This ugly old thing makes me feel sick. How could I have been so blind? Her doting on her. All she cared... I can't even bear to look at my face. She's really done. She never descended to criticizing my looks, though. Even when we fought, even when my hairline started going, my thoughts are all over the place. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies.
Sit down. We need to talk.
She's angry now. Part of me realizes I should be more shocked by this, but for some reason, she was lying to me and manipulating me all the time. I'm the one who should have been scowling. She played me like a harp and made me look like a complete idiot. I couldn't care less. Why torture myself trying to remember?
Yes, go ahead and empty the whole salt shaker on your meal. I hope you choke.
Truth is, I could have used this spice to get some of her She never had any sense. Almost empty. I'm too upset to even think straight. When did it go so wrong?
You just don't get it, do you? You never do.
I hate her. All of these pathetic soup. I couldn't care. Why torture myself trying to remember?
I sit here on the train, taking me to my final farewell to the ones who brought me to this world. I see the smiling couples on their way to new adventures and think, that used to be us. We had joy and laughter and friends once, but a memory is not the thing itself. You're very good at letting things you don't want to face slip off you. You continue as if nothing has changed, lost in your own lifeless world. Words and dreams may be enough for you. You know what? You'll get a chance to test that soon. I question how I once saw things. How much of what I thought we had were my own feelings, and how much of your manipulation, because you are so very good with words, aren't you? You knew how to use them when we met, and for the longest time, I went along with the romantic whirl you conjured up around our shabby, isolated existence. Oh, it took me long enough to see it for what it was. And there were these moments that you swept me off on foolish flights of fancy, when I threw myself into your fantasies. You wove your spell, plying me with your magic and with wine in equal measure, and I was taken in like the lost little girl I was. Do you realize all the pain you've caused me? They say if you have to ask whether someone loves you, you already know the answer. Protestations to the contrary can no more convince me any more than I can make my own mother or father draw breath again. Your aloofness tells a different story.
Her jewelry box. It's just a bunch of schmaltzy... A shrine. I should just destroy this useless junk. I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her. All of this... I couldn't care less about this day. Why torture? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all lies. Her wedding ring or mine? But what is it doing here? Oh, please, no. I remember how happy these made her. I must have gifted these to make amends or something. Or did I? She loved her trinkets more than I couldn't care less. Why torture myself trying to remember? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. All of these pathetic souvenirs from our relationship, they're all... Why torture myself? No, I didn't do it. I need to wake up from this nightmare. I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate all of this, these pathetics. A part of me still thinks she'll forgive me and come back, but I've lost all hope now. Sunlight, birdsong, nothing. The light is so dim here. Makes me... There's only a limited window of opportunity. I couldn't care. Why torture myself? I'm too upset to even think straight. I hate her so much. My God. What is this? It can't. It isn't. How did it happen? It's already rotten beyond recognition. It's dry. A body takes at least weeks. I can't even remember how I did it. Maybe I didn't. Do I have brain damage? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Please, let me wake up. Let it be a dream. In that sleep of death, I can't bring myself to close my eyes. I remember stumbling. This rug, I could wrap the body in it. No, I can't. Red like blood. Yellow like dead eyes. Dead, worm-eaten wood. The many times we sat here, the dinners, the laughs, I can't bear looking at it any longer. My face. What's happened to my face? It's like looking into a mirror. I took her life. I am a demon, a destroyer, impure. I'm getting hysterical. Seeing this, I can't help thinking of pepper spray. Pepper. The black. I need to stop staring at this idiotic thing. If only I ran. Serena was the salt of the earth. She was my pillar, my guardian angel. What have I done? I must have taken her ring off. Why? In sickness and in health. What have I done to you? I can't think about this. I feel faint. Have to breathe normally. Just words. Oh, what have I become? All the knowledge in here was... There's no... Even if there was anything... Oh, I should bash my skull in with this right here. If only Serena hadn't missed me back then. That night? The night we had that fight?
Don't walk away from me. Don't you fucking care anymore?
She was right. I wasn't good enough for her. We used to have some sleeping pills here. I should electric... I don't need to see that. So many things. What happened? Is there someone out there? Or am I hearing things? Is this... Job, was it? Why did I not die at birth? For now I would have lain down and been quiet. I would have slept. I would have... To hell with this book. My own dark world. I wonder if this plant is poison. Atropa belladonna. You were a better fate for me. Isn't time so... I've really gone insane. I could swear time is stand dust. Would death be guaranteed? I'm too much of a coward to try kill... Will I see another dawn after... No light. Only darkness. I feel flesh, temptation. I didn't touch her. I could have, but no, I did not.
Dearest. And then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning.
I can't bear looking at this. When was the last time she... They say the more hair you have, shattering it would... If only... I can't touch it. It was hers. What did I do to my love? With a twist of wind, I read somewhere, there's only one way anything can end, really. Those noises sound like more than one Are they coming for me? There's something about those voices. I must know. The window.
Do you realize how stupid this was? We had a plan. I took measures to ensure nothing like this would happen. But no, you couldn't help your damn self. We can't risk moving it now. The bulldozers are coming any minute.
Fire will do it.
Do you think they will buy it after all this time? It's been months since you...
Don't worry. It's all covered. He spent much time here.
Fine. Give me the kerosene. Oh shit! We forgot your... Fuck! It was so stupid to leave it. Why did you do that?
Can you calm down? I couldn't bear to wear it any longer. It's in a safe place. We'll pick it from the ashes.
No, not like this. Please. No.
Serena.